You are one. He gets the first down right there.
The Love's throw going to be caught by Davis. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3. 50-yard line.
Now Love. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw now, here's Love. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Love from the gun. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. The Bengals drive about to get going.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They go play action with Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here we go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
On one, right?
On the delay, it's Mixon.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's out right at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Love now to pass on 1st down.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Third and 2. Love with it. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
In motion goes the tight end. On fourth down, Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll accept that penalty. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 18-yard line.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go. 11 empty.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
21, Jets 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Love. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he's got some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From his end zone, here's Trent Taylor.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Stop.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 35 on 2nd down.
Burrow throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Go, go, go. 11, 11, 11, 11.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Mixing up the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
11, 11, 11.
And they go play action now. Burrow.
He will find his man Chase, complete.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase,
His first touchdown of the new season.
and the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. McPherson now for the extra point.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Cycle. Sit.
They just do get the playoff. Love going to throw it.
He finds Wilson.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Love steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Love. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Love to throw for it on 4th. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mixon will try the right side. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 178 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
11.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd and 2, Love. Got a man here, it's Wilson.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, 1st down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Green back.
Working out of the gun. Love. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's the option going right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Here we go, set.
They'll run with ball. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 223 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go. Here we go. 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked at the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Cincinnati, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.